Hello friends and fellow wig makers, welcome to my channel. This is a video of me making a density checker for the wig I plan to make. A density checker is a small area of ventilated hair with specific hair strands per hole so as to have the most accurate view of how the unit will look. There is a small counter in the low left corner of the video, just to count the knots I'm going to make. I will ventilate about 30 to 31 holes horizontally and about 21 rows vertically. In this video, I'm ventilating 2 strands per hole in every hole. This lace is going to be used for the top and front parts of the wig because it's highly detailed. For the rest of the wig, I will use a thicker lace with slightly bigger holes. I have already tested the density I want for the bigger lace, 3 strands per hole. If I use this lace for the front part, then I will ventilate 1 strand per hole in every hole. But of course, I'm going to make a density checker for that too, to be sure. Even when I make a density checker, I might change the density of the unit because the checker itself is only a sample. When I make the real unit, I will have a better view of how the wig starts to look, so I might choose to put more or less hair depending on how it turns out. I am a little skeptic about using this lace for the front parts, because the lace I buy is not from wig making stores. This lace and the foundation lace are both from bridal shops that sell bulk lace for crafting clothes and items for weddings. They have quite a good amount of options for the lace, but for wig making we only need skin tone lace, and they don't have many options for that. So this lace is slightly lighter than my skin, so I will try to dye it down a little so it won't be that visible. The reason I don't have professional wig making tools is because they are expensive and most sites have also expensive shipping cost. I have searched the internet and I found a site that sells cheap ventilation needles, holders and other tools necessary for wig making. I really need professional ventilating needles, because with the crochet hook that I'm using in this video, I have to count the hair strands it grabs every time. Because although I got the tiniest crochet hook I found, it can still grab many hair strands at a time, and I only want 2 strands per hole for this specific project. With the professional needles, you don't have to care for the amount of hair you grab every time. The needles are made with specifications, so they grab specific number of strands every time. Other things I'll need to make the wig making process easier is a head block to pin the whole unit down, magnifying glasses for relaxing the tension in my eyes, and some lighting that I will be able to put anywhere I want so as to have a bright enough workplace. I think about a tripod for the camera also. For this video, I had to be innovative again so as to be able to get a good angle. And still, it's not the best. A few things for the hair I'm currently using and most likely will use for the wig I will make. This hair is high quality Kanekalon. The brand is black and gold and the color is silvery white. I bought this hair from ikickshins.net and I will put the link in the description box. This site offers good quality options for Kanekalon. They have jumbo braid ones, silky straight, Toyokalon, and even professional shapeshifter monofiber. They have cheap prices, and the shipping cost is the minimum I ever found online. The wig I plan to make is going to be similar to the hair that Dante from Devil May Cry has. So the wig is going to be rather short. I have bought 2 packages of this hair, but 1 package would be more than enough to make the whole wig. I bought 2 just to be sure, and because it gets cheaper to buy more than 1 packages. I also think about getting real human hair for this wig. Because it's a short wig, and the human hair shouldn't cost too much. Of course, it will cost much more than the $5 that 1 package of Kanekalon cost me. The reason I think about human hair is because I put a lot of effort to make detailed pieces, and thus the labor I'm going to put in this unit won't worth if I use cheap artificial hair. My main concern about human hair is that the hair color might not be as good as in this Kanekalon hair I got. For the hair I will see what I'll do when I decide to begin the ventilation of the wig. About the video, the whole procedure to make this density checker took me about 2.5 hours. This is because I had to ventilate in a non-relaxing position because I wanted to videotape it, and thus I had to make sure that the piece was in frame of the camera. Also, the whole raw footage of the process included cutting the hair from the long bundle to shorter ones, preparing the hair to be ventilated by splitting them in smaller bundles, and every time my left hand ran out of hair, I had to take more, loop them, and start all over again. All these pieces of the video were removed. The end video has ventilation and ventilation only. It took me a lot of hours to edit the video because I went through the initial 2.5 hours footage frame by frame to remove the frames that I didn't want to have in, the frames that didn't include any ventilation action. Then I sped up the video about 10 times than the normal speed. The little counter that counts the knots I'm making also took a good time to make, because I had to go through the edited video frame by frame again and change the number each time I made a new knot. So the number and the knots are synchronized. I am a little vain when making videos, but I want them to be as clear and self-explanatory as possible. I also put the whole ventilation process because I know wig makers are a little addicted to watching ventilation videos. I should know because I am one. I just wish I was also addicted to the ventilation process itself, because I get tired and bored easily when I ventilate and I cannot work for a lot of hours non-stop. Probably because of the fact that I don't use professional tools that make the ventilation job easier and thus more relaxing and faster. I need to find a way to ventilate fast and a lot of hours because I'm interested in making wigs for sale. I know I'm a perfectionist and my units are top quality in the manufactured way. Of course, I would use the human hair and I did my research on virgin human hair. I have found an Indian seller that sells hair straight from India without any resellers in the middle to keep the price low. I have a few more things in mind for easier and faster wig making, and when I find time, I'll try to implement my ideas. This is the finished one. The hair is still not straight. I'm gonna straighten it with my straightener. This is a close-up. I think that this density is quite good. It creates a good parting place. This is the hair straightened. When the hair is straightened, they look thinner, so I think that the density is perfect. The hair moves very nicely. It covers the lace, but also looks natural enough. The color is ideal for what I want it to be. In the video, it appears a little whiter.